And would you please welcome onto stage your next act, one of my favorite people in the whole world. Would you please give a warm welcome to Donny Vostok!
Alright, so I don't really do Christmas gigs. I've not done a Christmas gig in a long time. I'm a little bit out the loop with what modern Christmas comedy looks like. I know it's got something to do with sausage rolls. I'm sort of nonplussed on sausage rolls. I mean, I know that you, the public, love Christmas-based Yuletime sausage roll fun. It's not for me. It's not. Look, you can like sausage rolls all you like. I'm not. I know they're popular, especially at Christmas for some reason, but they're not for me. They're not for me. I've got a history with sausage rolls. I don't really need it at Christmas. I don't want to be reminded of sausage rolls. I've got beef with sausage rolls, or not beef, pork, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's a difficult time of year for me because you, the general British public, love sausage rolls so much, don't you? You protest, madam, but it's true. It's true. You, the British public, love sausage rolls, don't you? 2018. What was Christmas number one? We built this city on sausage rolls. See what they've done there? They've taken the word rock and roll and rhymed it with sausage rolls. Sort of works. You loved that so much. 2019. What went to Christmas number one? I love sausage rolls. See what they've done there? They've taken the word rock and roll and they've rhymed it with sausage rolls. So it sort of works. And that was so hilarious that you, the general British public, went out in 2020 and bought the single Can't Stop This Eating. I've got that sausage roll feeling. Not even used the word rock and roll in the original song. And by 2021, I didn't even listen to the song. I know Elton John featured on it, so it's probably a sausage roll version of Candle in the Wind. I didn't listen to it. It's what Diana would have wanted. Oh, but it's for charity. Oh, it's for charity. It's so funny. It's for the charity we're working for tonight. And I don't hate charity. But what I do hate is people that do a single for charity but then don't declare their income. So, how much of that went to charity, lad cunt? Come on. But look, I'm being tough on sausage rolls. Historically, I did like a sausage roll. But like I said, I've got an ongoing thing with sausage roll. Christmas is a difficult time for me mentally. I don't need to be reminded of sausage rolls and Christmas in the one. So it's just a difficult thing for me. It's a difficult time of year, Christmas. It is a difficult time of year. You know, people are suffering and but that's why I'm here. I've got issues with Christmas. I've got issues with sausage rolls. So that's why I've come out tonight. My psychiatrist suggested it would help. And I'm not the only one that suffered at Christmas. I'm not the only one that suffered. In 1972, on Christmas Day, Richard Nixon orchestrated the single heaviest bombing campaign of the entire Vietnam War. And 50 years later, people are still suffering from deformities and cancers caused by the toxins used in the bombs. But 46 years later in this country, we got Lad Bible going to #1 for the first fucking time. So it's debatable who has the greater history of pain. Oh, that Richard Nixon. Where's your Christmas spirit? Bomb them on Christmas Day, if you must, but do it Christmassy. Maybe play Christmas carols at the helicopters. Like, I Dream of a White Phosphorus Christmas. Like a scene out of Apocalypse Noel. In 1979, on Christmas Day, the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan began. And because of that war, some of the Mujahideen rebel fighters, who were secretly funded by the CIA, used that war as a training exercise for the next 40 years of international Islamic terrorism. But 39 years later, in this country, we had fucking Lad Bible, and honestly, any society that can put that twice deserves a fucking jihad. Oh, that Brezhnev, where's your Christmas spirit? Invade Afghanistan if you must, but do it Christmassy. Maybe have the tanks pulled by reindeer. Like a scene from Rambo, Free French Hens. And in 1989, on Christmas Day, the Romanian peoples had a revolution and they assassinated their brutal dictator Ceausescu live on Christmas television. Now that's fucking Christmassy. Now that's Christmas. You could only get more Christmassy if Morecambe and Wise presented it. But in this country, 21 years later, or a different number, we had more people going on this fucking foot. So at least the Romanian people's suffering came to an end. Look, I've got an issue with sausage rolls. Maybe it's Christmas is a difficult time for me. It's because the worst thing that ever happened to me happened on Christmas. Okay, I was 9 years old, and we didn't have a lot of money back then. We didn't really get presents. It was Christmas Eve, and me and Mum were decorating the tree, and Dad didn't come home. Now, one thing to tell you about our house was we didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't have Santa because we didn't have the money for presents. But what we did have was festive Christmas character, Ald's St Greg's, and because back in the 90s, before the pastry tax, back in the 90s, inexpensive Greg's baked goods was all we could afford. And every year my dad would, I'm all St Greg's, and we'd get delicious meaty baked goods in our stockings. But we liked it, damn it. That's all we had. So anyway, that night, I'm 9 years old. Dad doesn't come home, and Christmas comes, Christmas goes, he's still not turned up. So we get worried, and my mum phones his office, and he's not there. So we phone the police, they start to search for my dad, and can't find him. We're so hungry. We're so hungry. There's no baked Greg's or Alds in the house. And it's freezing. And And I'm 8 years old, and he's missing for days, and it's snowing outside. And so my mum decides to light the 3-bar fire. And I remember the smell. It was this meaty smell. And at first we thought maybe it's a dead cat or a bird that's in the chimney, and we call the fire brigade, and we're so hungry. And there he is. My dad had decided to surprise us. He climbed down the chimney, his arm full of now frozen Greggs and Ald's baked goods. And he slipped and broke his neck. And that's how I found out there was no such thing as Ald's St. Greggs. But we were so hungry. And in the delirium, my father was dressed as a giant sausage roll, and we ate him. And so how the fuck do you think I feel every fucking year when fucking that boy gets the fucking number one? We ate my dad. Like, well, I've still got stuff to work through. You've been wonderful.